The word sheriff is really an old English word. It goes all the way back to the history of this country, and it comes from two words, shire and reeve. In Old England, you had a shire, which was equivalent to a county, and a reeve, who was a lord, who was responsible for the safety and security of the people. That word translates today to the word sheriff we use here in this country. Basically means the same thing. The sheriff is the high official who is in charge of the protection of the people within a certain geographic location. The office of sheriff is a constitutional office. In the state of Tennessee, there are 95 counties, and each county has a sheriff. We divide our services into the east side and the west side, using as our reference point the Tennessee River that almost divides in two Hamilton County. Scattered in shifts, these some 400 personnel operate 24 hours a day throughout this county, which is a little over 500 square miles. You can see quite a load on our plate in law enforcement. There are certain requirements that a sheriff has under the Constitution of the state of Tennessee, as in all states. For instance, he's the keeper of the jail, a server of the process, a provider for the courts, and a protector of the people. In this case, has a jail that has 500 inmates on a daily basis, approximately. He's also responsible for serving all the legal paperwork. When you see the vehicles in the community with the star on the side of the unmarked car, that generally means you've got a civil process server there. The court officers in the court system are there to protect the life of the judge and the well-being of the citizens who do business in the courtroom. And then perhaps the one that we most see is those who are in the marked units with the star on the side. But then there's another side of being in law enforcement, the sheriff, and that is the divisions that you don't necessarily think of every day. Internal affairs, narcotics, mounted patrol, marine patrol, correctional division, where we have almost 100 officers in there. Your administrative division, a $27 million budget, a little over 400 personnel constitutes the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. We cannot hire enough police officers or sheriff's deputies in this country to be able to deal with criminal activity. My personal belief is that we all have a vested interest in the security of our community. I have set as my goal to have a dialogue with the public, whether it's the African-American community or whether it's the white community, the Hispanic community. We're really all in this together. We all want to know that we're safe in our homes, safe in our communities. We want to know that our children can play on the streets, go to good schools, shop where they want. In order to do that, we have to set aside some of our individual cultural differences. We don't want people to feel like it's the police against us. We want the people to know who the officers are in their community. I encourage my officers to stop and chat with them a moment. I encourage the neighbors. You see an officer riding by, flag him down and introduce yourself to him. Tell him what you know about the community. I think it's through education, through good law enforcement, and through willingness of the public to say, I want a safe community and I'm willing to do my part to see that that will happen. I have set some standards for the Sheriff's Office. Part of that standard is to have a very concrete mission statement so the public will know what they can expect. That mission statement is that we are committed to excellence for all our citizens with fair and equitable performance for all. That means a great deal to me as Sheriff of Hamilton County.